A while ago, I saw a question, a science question, and they said, well, if gravity pulls everything down, why doesn't the atmosphere fall down? Why do we have an atmosphere? Why is there air up there, not on the ground? If you take a ball and you let go, it goes to the ground, but the air doesn't. Why? Why? Okay, so there's a great explanation, and the answer is kind of like the air does fall, right? We have two ways to explain this. The first is to think of the air as a fluid. If we do that, here's the Earth. Do you see the Earth? And there's my block of air, and that block of air floats. How does that block of air float? Well, I know there's a downward gravitational force on the air. It pulls it down. The air below it pushes up with some pressure. Force is pressure times area, but that's not fine. So we have a bottom pressure and a top pressure pushing down. Well, the only way for these two pressures to counteract the gravitational force is for the bottom pressure to be greater. So what happens is, as you move higher in the atmosphere, the density of the air gets lower, the pressure gets lower, and so the pressure on top is less than the pressure on the bottom. So it's kind of like it's a squished air, right? The air gets squished, and that prevents it all from falling. If you want to think about this in terms of particles, that's a good way too. So imagine air is a bunch of particles, because air is a bunch of particles, and these are all moving around. Gravity pulls on this particle right here, and it's moving that way, and so it accelerates down. But it also collides with other particles, and those collisions sometimes push things up. So the result of all these particles moving around, falling and colliding, is that you get more particles down here squished together that collide more up than down, and that prevents them all from falling down. So there you go. We have an atmosphere, and it doesn't fall down.